Hey Vikings faithful, Skull Nation, rise up. It's your boy, hyped to the max, bringing you the hottest Minnesota Vikings updates for the 2025 season. We're diving into the fire of Week 1, where J.J. McCarthy made his NFL debut against the Bears. Brian Flores' defense unleashed chaos, and our squad showed why we're a force to be reckoned with. Was that fourth quarter magic a sign of things to come? Stick around as we break down 15 electrifying moments from this game, training camp vibes, and what's next for our Purple Pride. Drop a skull in the comments if you're ready. Picture this. Soldier Field, Monday night, the crowd roaring like a Norse thunderstorm. Our rookie QB, J.J. McCarthy, steps into the spotlight for his first NFL start. But oh man, those first 3 quarters? Rough. The Bears' defense was swarming, and our offense couldn't find a rhythm, scraping together just 85 yards. Pre-snap penalties, missed reads, it was a rookie wake-up call. You felt that tension, right? Were you screaming at the TV like me? Then, boom, a questionable pass interference call flips the script. Kevin O'Connell dials up simpler plays, and McCarthy catches fire. He's slinging precise passes like he's back at Michigan, hitting Aaron Jones for a touchdown through a tight window. That 14-yard scamper for another score? Pure guts. What did you think of JJ's clutch gene showing up? Let's hear it below. Chicago's defense was a brick wall early, manhandling our O-line like it was a street fight. Montez Sweat was a nightmare, batting down a red zone pass from McCarthy. For 45 minutes, Bears fans were living large, thinking they had this in the bag. Anyone else flashback to those frustrating games where we couldn't catch a break? But in the fourth quarter, Chicago ran out of gas. Our defensive line, powered by Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, turned into superheroes. They owned the trenches, shutting down Caleb Williams and flipping the game on its head. How epic was it to see our D take over? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This collapse wasn't just bad luck for Chicago. It was Brian Flores cooking. His aggressive schemes confused Williams, forcing checkdowns that went nowhere. By the third quarter, you could see the Bears unraveling. Who else thinks Flores deserves a statue outside US Bank Stadium? Let's talk about it. Our backfield duo of Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason is straight up lethal. Jones, fresh off a new 2025 deal, shifted to a pass-catching role and it paid off big. That choice fade route for a crucial TD? Silky smooth. Mason, meanwhile, was a battering ram between the tackles, giving McCarthy the balance he needed to shine. Vikings fans, are we sleeping on this two-headed monster? With Jordan Addison out for a 3-game suspension, these guys carried the load. I'm pumped to see how they dominate the ground game next week. Who's your MVP from this duo? Hit the comments. The numbers back it up. Jones had 6 catches for 78 yards and a score, while Mason pounded out 92 yards on 18 carries. That balance kept Chicago's defense guessing. Can we keep this up against Atlanta in Week 2? I need your predictions, Skull Squad. Chicago's revamped O-line came in with big hype, but it crumbled under pressure. Early on, they gave Caleb Williams enough time to carve us up, including a slick 9-yard TD run. Bears fans were feeling themselves after that drive. Were you worried we were in for a long night? Then, the second half exposed their weaknesses. Williams faced pressure on 34.9% of his dropbacks, and their run game was non-existent. Our D-line, led by Hargrave and Allen, racked up 12 combined pressures. That's next-level disruption. What's your take on our D-line's dominance? Let's hear it. By the fourth quarter, Williams was running for his life, missing deep shots to DJ Moore. If the Bears want to compete with Ben Johnson calling plays, that O-line needs to step up. Vikings fans, are we facing a tougher test next week? Drop your thoughts. Brian Flores, welcome back to the big stage. Week 1 is always a chess match, and Flores was playing 4D chess. After Williams torched us for 10 straight completions, including a dime to Romo Duns, Flores flipped the switch. His blitz-heavy schemes had Chicago's offense in knots by halftime. Andrew Van Ginkel nearly picked off a screen pass, and that was just the start. Flores' selective aggression forced Williams into short, useless checkdowns. Vikings fans, is Flores the key to a deep playoff run? I'm hyped. Tell me your thoughts below. The stats are wild. Our defense held Chicago to 3.8 yards per play in the second half. That's Flores wizardry at work. Can he keep outsmarting QBs like this all season? Let's debate it in the comments. J.J. McCarthy's debut wasn't all sunshine. Those first 3 quarters were brutal. The kid looked overwhelmed, holding the ball too long and struggling with pre-snap reads. Bears fans were probably laughing, thinking they had him figured out. Were you nervous, Vikings Nation? But that fourth quarter? Vintage McCarthy. He dropped a dime to Aaron Jones and ran for a 14-yard TD, giving us a 10-point lead in a flash. NFL research says he's the first QB since Cam Newton with 2+ passing TDs and a rushing TD in his debut. Skull. What's your grade for JJ's first game? Kevin O'Connell's trust in McCarthy paid off. Simplifying the playbook let JJ play instinctively, and he delivered. Can he build on this against Atlanta? Drop your score predictions below. Our defensive line is a problem. Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave, the new free agent studs, were double-teamed at 41.9% and 47.1% rates but still generated 6 pressures each. Hargrave added 2 sacks, including a lightning-fast one in under 2.5 seconds. That's next-gen dominance. Chicago's new O-line, Joe Thuney, Drew Dalman, Jonah Jackson, couldn't handle our heat. Each gave up at least 4 pressures. Vikings fans, is this D-line the best we've had since the Purple People Eaters? Let's hear your hot takes. With Greenid and Van Ginkel on the edges, this unit could break the Vikings' 1989 sack record of 71. Like Judd Zulgad predicted. Are we hitting 72 sacks this year? Drop your bold predictions below. Flores' defense is a nightmare for opponents. Training camp reports had them dominating McCarthy and the offense, and it showed in week 1. They forced 4 turnovers in 1 practice session, and that chaos carried over to Soldier Field. Who else was hyped seeing our D-swarm? Josh Metellus called this unit masters level in Flores' scheme. With Harrison Smith back and new faces like Isaiah Rodgers at corner, the depth is unreal. Can this secondary lock down Atlanta's receivers next week? Share your thoughts. The Athletic called Flores' system a 900-level defense, and it's clear why. His ability to mix coverages and blitzes is elite. Vikings fans, what's the ceiling for this defense? Super Bowl? Let's talk. McCarthy's growth is the story of the season. Training camp was a trial by fire, with Flores' defense throwing the kitchen sink at him. JJ admitted it forced him to make quicker decisions and find escape lanes. That pressure paid off in the fourth quarter against Chicago. Kevin O'Connell praised McCarthy's command of the offense, and even Flores gave props, saying JJ's handling the chaos well. Vikings fans, how confident are you in McCarthy as our QB1? Drop a skull if you believe in him. The kid's got poise. Teammates like Javon Hargrave compared him to Brock Purdy. With a brutal NFC North schedule ahead, can JJ keep growing? What's your take on his future? Let's hear it. Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason are rewriting the playbook. Jones' shift to a pass-catching role is genius. His 78-yard, 1 TD performance against Chicago was clutch. Mason's bruising style between the tackles kept the Bears honest. Anyone else loving this balance? With Addison sidelined, these two are our X-factors. Jones' speed and Mason's power could control games until our receivers are back at full strength. Vikings fans, how many yards do you think this duo racks up this season? Drop your guesses below. The game plan worked perfectly. 170 total rushing yards and 2 scores. Can we dominate on the ground against Atlanta's front 7? Let's hear your predictions. Chicago's collapse was a wake-up call. Their O-line looked solid early, protecting Williams for a hot start. But Flores' adjustments exposed them. Williams' accuracy tanked in the second half, and their run game averaged just 2.9 yards per carry. Bears fans, you okay? Our defense turned Soldier Field into a graveyard. Hargrave and Allen's pressure made Williams play hero ball, and it didn't work. Vikings fans, what's the key to shutting down Atlanta's Kirk Cousins next? Share your game plan. Ben Johnson's Bears offense has potential, but they need to fix those O-line cracks. Will they bounce back, or are we sweeping them this year? Drop your hot takes in the comments. Flores' chess moves were masterful. That near pick by Van Ginkel? A wake-up call for Chicago. By the third quarter, Williams was stuck throwing checkdowns, averaging just 4.1 yards per attempt. Flores' aggression is our secret weapon. Training camp reports said Flores' schemes were giving McCarthy fits, and now we see why. His ability to confuse QBs is unmatched. Vikings fans, what's your favorite Flores moment so far? Let's hear it. With a tough schedule ahead, Atlanta, Detroit, Green Bay, Flores' defense will be our backbone. Can we keep this intensity all season? Drop your thoughts below. McCarthy's fourth quarter heroics stole the show. That crossbody TD pass to Aaron Jones? Pure magic. His 14-yard TD run showed he's not afraid to get dirty. Vikings fans, were you jumping off the couch like me? NFL research dropped a gem. McCarthy's the first QB since Cam Newton with this kind of debut stat line. That's elite company. With O'Connell's coaching, can JJ become a top 10 QB this year? Share your predictions. The kid's got heart, but he's got to clean up those early mistakes. What's one thing JJ needs to improve before Atlanta? Drop your coaching tips below. Our D-line is a game changer. Hargrave and Allen's 6 pressures each, despite heavy double teams, set the tone. Greenid and Van Ginkel added 3.5 sacks combined. This unit's on pace to challenge that 1989 sack record. Skull. Next-gen stats showed Chicago's O-line couldn't hang. Each starter gave up multiple pressures. Vikings fans, is this the best D-line we've had in years? Let's debate it in the comments. With Dallas Turner breaking out in year 2, this pass rush could be historic. How many sacks are we getting this season? Drop your bold predictions below. The Vikings are back. Baby, that Week 1 comeback showed our heart, grit, and potential. McCarthy's got the clutch gene, Flores is a mastermind, and our backfield is unstoppable. But the NFC North is a gauntlet. Can we keep this momentum? Skull Nation, I need you in the comments. What's your biggest takeaway from the Bears game? Who's your player of the week? And are we going 2-0 against Atlanta? Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with every Vikings fan you know. Let's keep the purple pride alive. Drop a skull, leave your predictions, and let's ride this wave together. See you next week for more Vikings news updates.